Is there a universe outside of Bravo?
Did we miss the training manual to our 30s?
No. Are they for real?
Thank God for our girlfriends. Welcome back to another episode of Structured Chaos with Kelly and Kyra. We hope that you had a great week and that you're ready to laugh about how none of us have it figured out.
Good morning.
Oh, a nice good morning. Nice, sweet, just like, you know, it wasn't like giving like cheerful, but it was giving like very just like happy to be here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's like a sweet, innocent, here I am. Good morning.
Yep. It was giving off the right vibe.
Okay, good. That's how you feel.
Happy to be here.
Wow. And we love to hear that. We love to hear that.
Yeah. I'm glad it gave off the right impression for once.
It was giving what it needed to give.
Great. I'm glad to hear it.
So I feel like I have to start by telling everyone there has been a major breakthrough in this apartment. And Kiyomi, my dearest friend Kiyomi, who I shall cherish forever, has killed the cockroach. Now, we're going to hope that this is the one, that there is just one and she has got it. So what I didn't tell you guys last week, because we had done a different episode, was that I was going to go dog sit and I pulled my overnight bag out of my closet and put it on my bed, just, you know, to pack. And it crawled across the bag onto my bed. And I was left with either the choice of burn it down or just like pack my things quickly and leave. So I didn't have time to start a fire. So I just was like, I guess we'll go with pack my bags and leave. So I stuffed the towels under my doors. I then, you know, ordered some roach traps because it did not look like the original one that I saw, because this one was like had speed to it.
That's what I was going to ask. Do we think it was the original?
Unless it was on a major diet and in that time it was like boosting up its adrenaline, it was a different one.
Okay.
Because it also like it looked much smaller, still big, but smaller than the original guy. So my dad says, you know, put some traps out. Cool. So I get back to my apartment on Thursday. This was last Thursday. And he was like, if they're not there by Saturday, like if there's nothing in there by Saturday, like you're good. Like it left. So Joy comes over on Sunday and I'm like, can you check the traps? And she was like, oh yeah, because now the man of the house is here. She was like, let me check. And so I was like, exactly. So she checks. There's nothing in there. I've still been sleeping on my couch at this point. And so I'm like, okay, I'll sleep in my bed tonight. So I sleep in my bed. Now it's Wednesday night. Okay. I'm feeling better.
Wednesday night, like 6 days later.
Oh yeah, from Tuesday to the following Wednesday. Tuesday is when I saw the roach crawl across.
Right, but I mean, you got home Thursday.
Got home Thursday.
This is the following Wednesday.
Yes, this is the following Wednesday after the traps have been set and post Sunday of Joy checking. So I never go anywhere in my house now without the lights on because they hate light. So my friend was leaving and I had turned off the lights in my living room and I had just like put my flashlight on my phone to like walk into my bedroom. I mean, by the grace of God, thank you that I did that, because it went from my bed into the bathroom. So I called Kiyomi up. I said, yep, you got to come back up. I said, I saw the cockroach. Like, you got to help me. This brave heroine, I should say, closed herself in the bathroom with it to get it in just flip-flops. And grabbed it and put it down the toilet. And I said...
Grabbed it?
Like with a paper towel.
Oh. I mean, still. But
yeah,
like...
I know. I made her flush the toilet 4 times. I was like, let's make sure he's down the pipes. Like, I don't need this motherfucker crawling back up, you know? So she was like, are you going to be okay? And I'm like, unclear. I mean, I think currently, yes, because like I have physically with my own eyes, like seen you kill this thing. But if I see another one, I have to move.
I'm shocked that your dad said if it's not in the trap, that means it left. Because like,
Well,
I wouldn't believe that. I'm glad that you did believe it because like you had
I was able to like, right.
But like, no. And
So
I wouldn't, if you told me that, I wouldn't have told you, I don't believe that, because I would have wanted you to have peace.
Well, that's nice. Thank you.
But like, I wouldn't have believed that. And that's, I think he maybe just said that because he wanted to have peace.
I don't know. But I did text him because it was like 5 a.m. his time. And so I was like, are you up? And he was like, well, I am now. And I said, oh my God. I said, Kiyomi killed the roach. And then I said, he said, good, then it's gone. And I said, if I see another one, like, please, like, just get on a plane and come here. He goes, I would, but you have roaches.
Yeah, I don't have anywhere to stay. So.
Yeah, he's like, sorry.
Yeah.
So guys, the roach, I think, is gone.
Good thing your friends that are coming to stay don't listen to the pod.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they do.
They don't.
We'll see. I know they're coming so soon. So we're gonna hope and pray that it's gone. But then it's just like I've been living with this thing.
I know.
In my room. And like that's what my dad keeps saying. He's like, it's just so weird that it's in your room. He's like, where like there's no food source. He was like, normally it's like a kitchen. Like he was like, it's just so weird. And I've never had one morsel of food in my room before. So it's not even like I eat in my room commonly. Yeah, like don't eat in my room. I just So I hope this chapter has come to an end. I truly hope.
Yeah. Thank you, Kiyomi.
Thank you. Like, I'm just like, how? And she's like, well, I don't like this, but you don't like it more. So I'm going to do that. And I was like, that's friendship because I couldn't be that friend.
Right.
Well, like if roles were reversed and I was at her house and I'd be like, well, I think you should just start looking to see what's for rent. Like that would be my suggestion.
Yeah. You're like, I mean, I'll get a lighter and just
burn it down.
Blow it up. I don't know.
Because then like technically like you're not liable.
Right. Like I'll blow your house up for you.
Yeah, like you can collect the renter's insurance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this all happened on a glorious evening because on Wednesday night, if you lived in San Diego and you love R&B, you were most likely at the Chris Brown concert. I'm not a concert girl. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Not a concert girly. Got a great deal on tickets. Loved this concert. I mean, Chris Brown is just such a performer. Like, oh my God. And he is so fine. Oh gosh. Oh my God. To like watch him. You're just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And Samia is sitting third row. So she's sending us videos like up close and personal with this man. And
she goes, getting sweat on.
No, literally, like she was like, we just made eye contact. Like, and like she went with her fiance and we just kept being like, he is a strong man because ain't no way. Like, ain't no way I'm fawning over Chris Brown next to my fiance.
Right.
And oh my God, like the people were out. And by people, I mean the hoes. The hoes were out. Mm-hmm. So Samia had stayed at the Marriott right across from Petco. And she had gotten downtown probably at like, I think like around like 1 or 2 o'clock. And she was like, the hoes are already out. And then I did my friend's hair this week and she works downtown and they had people from the MLB were in town that week. And so they were like doing like dinners and lunches and stuff. So they were like out of the office. And she was like, oh no, like it was like at 12:30 and like there were girls with their asses out, like ready to go, dressed for the night. And I was like, okay. And like as me and Kiyomi were walking around, it's like, listen, do you wear what you want, like go for it, girl. But at some point a friend does need to step in and say, hey, maybe like let's just change a couple things about this. Maybe like let's not buy the toddler skirt and wear it as an adult skirt where our entire ass is out.
No, because her friend is wearing the same thing.
Sometimes they weren't though, which was the confusing part. And like some people's wardrobe choices, yee. But it was such a great concert. Oh my gosh, what I just can't get over like what a performer he is. And then of course it like started raining. We never get rain, one at all in San Diego, but two certainly not in September. And of course it wanted to like pour down rain. And so Samia was like, it was the most euphoric experience, like the rain coming down and watching Chris Rock.
Oh God, that's hilarious.
And then, oof, this hot ass man ran into me. Ooh, Lord. And he was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, I am not. I was like, thank you. I was like, if you need to do it again, you can. And he was just like so fine. His name was Michael.
Was he there by himself?
No, he was there with his friend, but we were like by the bathrooms. So he was like waiting like for his friend. And then
just two guys at a Chris Brown concert?
Oh yeah, there was tons of guys at the Chris Brown concert.
But I mean, just like they weren't with girls.
No, there was like tons of single guys at the concert because me and Kiyomi were talking about it. Like if I was a single guy, one, I love like Chris Brown's like a great person to watch. And two, where else would you go to find a girl? Like that'd be a great place to, peruse. Okay. So, I got his number and stuff, but then like I didn't really like texting him. And he doesn't live here, so I was like, no, too much.
Well, he was a super fan. He traveled.
Oh, yeah. Oh, me and Kiyomi, because there was like so many Black people there. And we were like, where are you guys on the weekends? Like, what if you just popped out with your friends on the weekends like you are tonight? Like, and then we were like, ain't no way all these people are from San Diego, because what are you doing on the weekends? And she was like, they probably came from like the Inland Empire. And I was like, oh, yeah, probably. And they did like a lot because they did like the DJ did like a shout out and there was a lot of people from Inland Empire and his number was from Riverside. So, yeah, because I guess you would either go to San Diego or LA.
Okay.
But it was such a good concert.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I saw clips of it and saw him flying around Petco.
Oh, ick.
Like a little rag doll.
Literally immediately. So I texted because Joy and Nina were there, but they were sitting somewhere else. Then me and Kiyomi, and then Samia and her man. And so as he's doing that, I was like, immediate ick. And Samia goes, don't you dare. And I was like, okay.
It's like he was struggling.
It was so weird.
It was too much.
I didn't need that.
Yeah, no. Well, good. Glad it went well.
It was really fun.
Okay, so I was in Alaska for the last week. I got back yesterday. We're recording on Sunday. So yeah, it was beautiful, beautiful weather. It only rained like twice, which is...
Does it typically rain?
Yes, it was supposed to be raining every single day that I was there, which I was fine with. Like last year it rained most of the time I was there. And this time of year, it's kind of like the end of their summer. It's like a typical, fall. So I'm fine with fall weather. I love fall weather. And I would have been happy with it raining, but we had gorgeous weather, but it was like chilly. So I got to wear, sweatshirts and everything, which was nice to just kind of cozy up. And then, yeah, it was just kind of cloudy. Like my last 2 days, it rained a little bit, but not even like all day. So I got really lucky with the weather. But we got to do spend a lot of time outside, which is nice because my friend who I stayed with has 2 little kids. So obviously it's nice to
really
be outside.
Quickly, her house is just gorgeous.
Stunning.
Like where it sits, so serene.
It's beautiful. It's stunning. It's right on a beautiful lake. And I mean, they obviously have neighbors, but like not right next door. Like it's just a really nice, quiet area, except they live on a floatplane lake. So it is not that quiet because there's planes taking off and landing. But I mean, it is quiet. Yeah. So just stunning. And there's just, whether it's raining or snowing or sunny, it's beautiful to just literally just sit on the deck and look out. So did a lot of like, we played outside with the kids, we went on walks, went to the park, and yeah, it was just super nice to, hang out. Her husband was away hunting, so it was just us and the kids. And we had a couple.
I was gonna say, did you want to let the people know?
We had a couple interesting experiences. So I really didn't see any Alaskan wildlife while I was there, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Where my friend lives, they don't really get any moose in the summer at her house because she lives on a lake and she lives like down this hill. So the moose don't really come there in the summer. In the winter, the lake is frozen over. So she said that there's lots of moose on the lake in the winter, but not in the summer. So,
how does a moose I mean, obviously animals are smart beyond anything that we could know. Well, about how smart they are, not that we couldn't be smarter than an animal.
The moose is so much smarter than us.
The moose. Literally the smartest being that can exist. But moose are massive. How do they know that the lake is thick enough? That the ice is thick enough for them? I mean, that's a lot of weight on there. You said they go on the lake, right?
Yeah. It freezes solid.
Yeah, but doesn't it need to? Oh God, that makes me nervous.
And then it starts snowing, and then there's snow on it, so it just looks like they probably don't even know it's a lake because it just looks like the ground.
Oh my God, even worse. What if they fall?
They might.
No one's saving a moose. Well, not because they don't want to, but because they can't.
Right, but they're not going to fall unless it's maybe breakup season, which is
what's breakup season?
Like when it's about to be spring and the ice breaks up, Is
that an Alaskan slang?
I guess. I guess if you want to call it that.
I learn something every day.
So, on my last morning there, we were sitting in the kitchen eating breakfast, homemade sourdough from my friend who just whips it up, which, side note, do you know anything about sourdough starters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that a sourdough starter, I thought it's just a one-time use.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
It's a thing. Mm-hmm. And so my friend is very into it. And so she has her starter and she I knew that you have to do all the things and you have to grow it and all these things. But I thought you get a starter and
right.
then you have to feed it the right amount and you do it and then you make your loaf and then that's the thing. Which is
the starter lasts you.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she's been doing it for however long. And then over July, when our friend Donna was here for my birthday, we had gone to this market thing that I talked about on here. And this girl was there with all her sourdough and we had bought a loaf, but then she had starters. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to buy Kate one as a gift because I thought it was a one-time thing. It was
one and done. Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, oh my gosh, she can make it when I'm there, blah, blah, blah. And so Donna also doesn't know about them.
Yep.
So Donna took it back to her. And so it was a gift. And then when I was there, we're talking about it. And she's like, oh yeah, the starter you got me is it's in the fridge. And now I have two. And I was like, oh, so I got you a chore.
Yeah.
I was I had no idea. I just didn't know it was a thing. And so, but it was just funny because I was I thought it was just you'll make that loaf.
Right.
But anyways, so we're eating our breakfast and a bird flies into the window. She has all these windows It hits the window so hard, which like, I mean, I've had a bird fly into a window before, but like feathers. And I was like, oh my God. So then we were kind of like, okay, you know, that happens. Like a bird hits a window and then it kind of, okay. So it's on the deck and it's kind of like it's still moving around and kind of like catching its orientation or whatever. And then it's like breathing really hard. And then her 3-year-old walks over and he's like, oh, like what's happening with the bird? And we're like, we're not sure. It looks like it's just trying to catch its breath. Maybe it got concussed or something. And we're just like, Kate's like looking over at me and I'm like horrified because I'm like, it's just sitting there like I could see it from so far away. It's like breathing. And we're like, oh my God. And so I'm like, it's literally dying right in front of us. And then Kate's like, okay, maybe let's like say a little prayer. And so her son says a little prayer. Well. And so then all of a sudden it just stops moving. And she goes, well, he died. And so Miller goes, okay, maybe we could bury it. And so we're like, okay, yeah, that'll be nice. We'll bury it. And so then it's sitting there on the deck. And then we're like, okay, you know, we're going to finish our breakfast and just kind of, we'll go out and bury it later. So then she just let the dog out to go to the bathroom a little bit after. She opens the door and the dog like charges it and the bird just flies away. And we're like, Miller, your prayer worked. So that was traumatic, but then good. And then later that night, I saved a life. So my friend's other child, who is 1 year old, she's a little more like skeptical of me. She likes me, but like she's a mama's girl. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So when she sees me like walk into the room, she points at her mom and says, "Mommy," just to make sure.
Which also, we don't love this because we were planning on kidnapping her.
Right, like she's so cute. She's so cute. So I love her, and like, you know, anyone, like a little kid will humble the fuck out of you.
Very much so. So
like I just want her to love me.
Of course.
And so when I first got there, because on FaceTime, she always, when she sees me, she says no. And so I'm like, it's okay. I'll win her over. No worries. And then I'll just immediately show her Scout and she says meow. And I'm like, yeah.
Getting her.
So then when I got there, I was like, okay, it's fine. I have a whole week. And so like, she just loves to point at her mom and say, mommy. And I'm like, yeah, mommy. Like, we're clear. Mamacita. And so there was like one day when I was there that I like stayed home with her for like an hour when my friend took Miller, and like it was all good. We were fine. She like kept repeating mommy like multiple times throughout that hour, just like she missed her mom, but like we were fine.
She just was like, I want to make sure you know you ain't my mommy.
Right.
Okay? And I know
I'm actively thinking about my mommy and it's not you.
Yeah.
But like you'll do for now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and she's so cute. Like if you ask her a question, she'll go, yeah. And she loves water. So do you want water? Yeah. Wow. She's just so cute. Oh, I love her. So anyways, the last night, Kate leaves me to go get our dinner. And the kids she had just made them mac and cheese. So they were about to eat their dinner. And she was like, I'm just going to go grab it. You stay here with them. So Marlo, who's the baby, is eating her mac and cheese, starts choking. Kate has been gone for 5 seconds.
Now, like, what are you thinking in this time? Because this is literally every person and babysitter's worst nightmare.
Well, she had 2 nights before was choking on pasta. Kate said she only ever chokes on pasta because she shovels it in her mouth because she loves pasta.
Give her some more pasta.
So, but that was angel hair pasta. And Kate had just grabbed it and like pulled it out of her mouth.
Yep.
This was like shells.
Right.
So I'm like, what are you choking on? So I run over because she's feeding herself. It's not right. So I run over and I'm like like looking at her. So I put my finger in her mouth because I didn't know if she was choking on the shell.
Right.
And then I'm about to like, I'm trying to get her out of the thing to like start like hitting her. And when I put my finger in her mouth to like grab it, she just starts projectile vomiting on me, which I'm like, perfect. Because it's just
bonding.
You know.
We're trauma bonding.
Oh, we had a lot of shells in there. So long story short, she projectile vomits a lot. Then the dog is eating it. I'm trying to get her out of the thing. She didn't cry. Not a single tear. I was so proud. I almost cried. I was like...
I'm shocked you didn't. Like when all was said and done.
Yes. And I was like, Miller, to the 3-year-old, can you get me a paper towel? He's like, no, I can't reach him. I was like, sick. So I'm like trying to get her unbuckled from the thing. Yeah. The dog's eating the puke. Marlo's like this because she has mac and cheese all over her hands. I'm like, and so then
welcome to parenthood.
So then I put her in her little stool. We wash her hands. I wipe her face. I'm like, you good? She's like, yeah. I'm like, sick. I was like, you're not eating anything else until your mom gets back. Take her clothes off, go in her room. I'm like, we're reading a book.
Yep.
And then Kate comes home. She's like, oh, she wanted to get out of her seat already. And I was like, oh. Actually,
if it were only that simple.
Before we go in the room to read a book, I put her down because I needed to wash my hands. She's walking along, slips. And like, it wasn't just the, oops, I fell and you're good. Her feet like fly in the air. And I was like, okay. So anyways, after that though,
you're like,
which
childless life for life.
She was so clingy to me after that, hugging me, cuddling with me the rest of the night. Even when Kate was there, we were watching a movie. She climbs over to me, lays back on me, cuddling. I'm like, oh, I just had to save your life. I just had to let you throw up on me. You could have done that the moment I got
some
here.
More pasta.
Right. You just had to initiate me, and you're like, she's good. Like she's can handle it.
She's down for the cause.
I did it. So, yeah. But that was my trip, and we watched The Summer I Turned Pretty. The finale was on last week, and me and Kate have been watching all 3 seasons like throughout the past couple of years. So we watched that together. So good. And we watched Love Thy Nader, which I had already watched, but I rewatched it with Kate. So, yeah.
I have to finish that. I still have to finish Love Thy Nader, and I've never started The Summer I Turned Pretty, but people talk about it. They like it.
It was good. I don't know if you would like it. No. It's not something I would typically watch, but
okay.
It was just something I started like whenever it came out, and since I had a friend who was also watching it, we'd talk about it. But
now I know you just summed up your trip to Alaska, but I didn't really hear any quality time with Olivia. So I was just wondering, did we in fact play in the mud?
I did play in dirt with children. Mm-hmm. Kind of. There was a little bit of like, ooh, Auntie isn't really the one that does that. Yeah. But I tried, kinda. But not with Olivia.
Didn't see her? Did your trip feel incomplete?
It didn't, honestly. Wasn't missing anything. Felt just right.
Okay. Well,
so
we tried. Okay, guys. So not that we were unaware that we were hard-hitting journalists before and like insiders on everything, but just another example of how dedicated we are to our craft. Cardi B announced that she's pregnant. So
you heard it here first.
This is what? You heard it here first, 5 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Minimum?
We may or may not have inside information.
Because she's having a baby with Stephon Diggs, who plays for the Patriots, which is a sports team. So, full circle.
When will you guys believe us? I don't know.
Okay. Also, there was like we've talked about Denise Richards and Aaron getting a divorce. And so this week there was like a clip of him walking through the house and like showing. So him and his family, like his parents, live on the bottom floor, and then she lives in the rest of the house, like is off limits or whatever. Pretty sure Hoarder lived there. It was disgusting. And they have 15 dogs. And then, yes. And then the next day, like after he had posted this video about like how like they're living, like how he has been like forced to live in filth, when it's like, no, you could just move, but whatever. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, why don't you clean it then?
Because he's not allowed upstairs.
But I mean, you're not forced to live. I thought you meant like he was forced to live in filth when he was married to her.
Oh, yes, also. But right, clean it up. And then the next day there was a video of her like getting the 15 dogs. Picking up the 15 dogs, and yeah. Gross.
I didn't see that video, but I'm on her side no matter what, because he's disgusting and abusive. And
oh, for sure. But like, I also am not supporting living in filth.
Me neither. But
and I'm not supporting someone having 15 dogs. I'm so sorry. I love dogs. I love animals, but that's
right. But I'm also like, usually if someone, okay, first of all, I feel like he could have done something to make the house filthy, because if it's off limits, then how did he get that video?
Oh, because he was like getting in, like he had like police escorts and like was able to like go. Yeah, right. But it was disgusting, and it was all her stuff. Like it wasn't boy stuff.
It was
just
he
like,
abused her. She probably is not in a good mental state. It's just not that I think it's okay, but I'm just like, he's disgusting, so I don't care about anything he says.
Also, speaking of, I haven't watched it yet, but I do intend to watch the Charlie Sheen documentary. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I started it, and it's good. And then I heard about it. They were talking about it on Giggly Squad how good it was, so I need to finish it.
And then Dancing with the Stars started this week, and we don't watch it, but Kelly was going to until she realized she wasn't.
I watched the first episode because my friend Kate does watch it, and I wanted to watch Dylan, and there's a couple people on it that I was like, that I know and that I was excited to see. The ick has been activated. Me and Dylan have parted ways. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and watch his dance. And I will not be answering any further questions about it. That's all I have to say about it, because that's all you need to know. And if you watch it and you still have questions, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah. And we're going to give you the context of his song was "My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard." So we'll leave it at that. And
the theme was my anthem. That was the theme of the week, and he chose Milkshake as his anthem.
Did not know that part.
Yes.
Got it.
So that adds a little more to the ick factor.
So
this was me the whole time.
Say it ain't so, Dylan.
I was like... No, like he was not funny. Like it wasn't like, oh my God, like this is like cute, funny. It was like, I am horrified. And there's no going back, unfortunately. So
Real Housewives of Miami. They're on the cruise. They're celebrating Adriana's birthday. She's already feeling some type of way about her birthday. They bring a cake out. She seems in good spirit. Then there's a math equation on it. First of all, I don't care what age I'm turning. If there's ever a celebration and we're bringing out a cake, I don't need a goddamn math equation on there.
Right. I would be like, oh, not even about the age, but like, oh, you hate me and you're making me do math.
Right.
Like, what is this?
Like, unless it's like, I just won the Powerball and you're giving me a bank account balance pre-Powerball and then post-Powerball. Like, that's the only math equation
even
I want to see.
Why do we need to talk about the past and the negative? Right. Why do we need to talk about my negativity from the past and that was past me. That was my past life.
Yeah.
We don't know her. Yeah. So.
Like, what are we doing here? So that it's like a whodunit, thing. Like...
Which also, how do we not know who, like, what?
And then at the end of the episode, we find out that it was Kiki. And hearing Kiki explain it, like, I get it. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It makes sense, yes, why you did it. Like, you explained why you did it. And, like, it was lighthearted and it wasn't meant to be malicious or anything like that. However, you and Adriana are kind of on this, like, weird path already and she feels this type of way. And so she wasn't listening to any rationale that you were giving her. So
it did not land.
No.
But you could tell from the way that they showed Kiki explaining it to Marisol and Alexia that it was just not malicious at all. And the way that she explained it in her confessional, it was like, it was just supposed to be like a fun, lighthearted thing. And it seemed like she was trying to do it in like an olive branch type of way. Like, yeah, we're not really on the best of terms, but I know that you're like not feeling great about your age. And so like, I want to do this like fun thing that's kind of like, let's make you feel like better right. Because you said, you know, whatever. And like, I think it came from a good place.
Totally.
And so, but the way she acted at that last party, psychotic. Off the rails. And also, I would like to just rewind really quick because on the last time we recorded, you said you didn't remember her calling people old. Well, they did flashbacks again.
Yeah.
And this time, on this episode, she justified it.
I was dead.
Because the person she was calling old was younger than her, so it's okay. No,
and
it's
that
not.
They always do stuff like that.
Yeah, they have a thing.
I'm like, your thing is hating each other.
Right. So it's okay because no, it's not.
Yeah, no.
So you want to make other people feel insecure about their age because you feel insecure about yours, but it's okay because she's younger. Mm-hmm. She went off and then she started talking about, you called me a racist and here's my black friend who's going to stand up for me. Tell them. And her friend was like, what the fuck? Why am I being brought into this?
That was like the weirdest thing because at no point in time, because we're talking about when Kiki, Adriana called Kiki ratchet, which she says she meant to say wretched, which jury's out. I don't think she did, but she does have a heavy accent. They do sound similar. So we'll give it to her for you know, but at no point am I going to be like, first of all, Kiki never called her racist, ever.
Not even. Ever. Where did that even?
Didn't no one
even told her that Kiki said that. I'm like, I literally rewound it because I'm like, where did that? All of a sudden, she was like, "You called me racist."
No.
What?
And like, then it's like, so you thought, oh, let me pull my black friend to have my back, who doesn't need to be involved in this, who this is not her situation whatsoever. Also, she's not the spokesperson for all black people. Like, what, you're making this bigger and worse than it needs to be.
And she kept doing it. It wasn't like she said it one time, which would have been bad enough. She literally kept bringing her friend into it and saying, tell them. And her friend was visibly uncomfortable and was like, no, I don't think you're racist. And everyone was like, none of us do. And she was like, she'll tell you. And it's like, why does she have to tell anyone anything? None of them are doing anything to you. Mm-hmm. And then Gertie's face was so funny when Adriana was like yelling at Julia. She was like,
and then, like, I mean, I still don't like Stephanie. It's still just like she's playing everyone and she doesn't know how to be a genuine girl. She just knows how to be catty, like in a girl friendship. So it's like she is trying to pin these people against one another. And like, I don't like it. And then also this week when she goes to Larsa's house and they have like the pajama party and she was like, this isn't done. It's like, do you not recall bringing Larsa to your home that was much more less complete?
Right, and screaming at your workers. Weird bitch.
I just don't like her. And we saw the reunion looks and we already know.
Tacky. As
who's getting our last vote.
Yes. So next week is the finale.
It's crazy.
I'm like, I don't think, were they in Miami at all?
Right.
They were in Miami for like 2 episodes. So reunion and then finale and then hopefully I'm guessing like a 3-part reunion.
Yeah.
So excited for that because it's been a great season. So yeah, but I am surprised it went by fast, but I guess because it was so good because it has been like, I think this was episode 11. So
yeah, it's so crazy.
Yeah.
Real Housewives of Orange County.
Mm-hmm.
We have a split group trip. We have half the group going to Temecula and half the group going to Beverly Hills. Before we get into it, which one are you going to?
Beverly Hills.
Same.
I mean, hands down.
I just want to be pampered.
Right. Like the Temecula one.
Beautiful.
Well, also I'm thinking about like the people that were on it. Partially. But because I mean Temecula is really nice. Just if you're just thinking about the places, I mean obviously both the places are really nice.
Right.
But I would never want to go on a trip with Tamara. But what they did in Temecula, I mean they did the wine tasting, but then they were just like at that house and like making their own food and like whatever, which is nice, but like when you compare the two, it's like,
right.
why would I want to be like cooking my own
right.
food and all that when you could be having a chef and whatever? So, yeah.
First things first, the first episode that they're there, Emily, so it's Emily, Gretchen, and Heather are in Beverly Hills. They're staying at Heather's for the weekend. They're having a slumber party. They go on Rodeo Drive to go shopping and just happen to run into a paparazzi who stops them to randomly say Heather didn't call the paparazzi at Disneyland last year.
So weird. And she knows the person who did. Who took the picture.
So weird. It was so scripted. It was so non motherfucking factor. Like, why are you doing this? Like, stop trying to like, for someone who isn't guilty, you're sure going out of your way to prove it.
Especially because it's not a storyline anymore.
It was so dead. Cringy. But then we see on this week's episode, so Gretchen is talking about how she has this recording of Tamra in a studio, like singing a song, and that it's really, really horrible. And that then she says it's when she had sex with Bleep. We don't know who Bleep is. And I actually haven't even investigated. I do want to see who they're referencing. Did you see?
Saw it's someone, I don't think it's like someone we know. I think it's like someone she worked with on a no hate campaign or something.
Oh, because Emily said I'm a Gen Xer. Of course I know who this person is.
Oh, then maybe it is. I didn't see the name.
Okay.
I just saw like a TikTok thing and it said it was something about who she worked with on a no hate campaign. So it could be a celebrity. I didn't read the thing because I never do. So don't come for me if it's like someone famous and I'm saying it's not someone we know. It's just the way that it was worded made it seem like it was a random person. Not a random person, but like a behind the scenes person. But I don't know.
So as this scenario is playing out, so like it's all in good fun at some point. Like at some points of it, I mean, not in fun, like Gretchen is trying to talk shit on Tamara and like trying to make Tamara seem a certain way. But it's not as Gretchers, but it's not as big as it then becomes. So then they're like, Heather and Emily are like, oh my God, like we need to hear this recording. Like when was Tamara in a studio? You know, like we need to hear this. And then she's like, oh, well, Slade has it. And so they're like, oh my God, you have to call Slade. You have to call Slade. So she calls Slade and like, again, this part was like, yeah, in good fun, but like, you know, with a little bit of a dig to it. Slade, I don't even think is listening to the actual question that Gretchen is asking him because he takes this moment to just like dog Tamara out. Like he talks about how it was her having sex was recorded. He like how horrible of a person she is. Like everyone knows about this. She had an affair. Like they didn't realize that they were still recording, but everyone knows about it. And Gretchen was like, that's not why I was calling. And so it was in that moment. I mean, not that we didn't believe Katie before, but if you are still unsure after this, like absolutely fucking not. Gretchen threw Katie under the bus, which then makes me more upset at Jen, because now, Jen, I know that this was real, and like, why are you choosing all of these other girls right now?
We see the next morning when they're getting the chair massages, when Gretchen's like, oh, okay, let's not bring it up. I was just saying it, and blah, blah, blah. And the other girls are like, so this is exactly like, you're no different than Tamara. Like, you say something and then you take it back and then you make something up and blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, this is exactly what happened with Katie. The only difference is that there was no cameras there. So Katie doesn't have it on recording to back it up.
Yep.
But now we know that Gretchen and Slade are 100% capable of this, which we already knew. But this just proves it.
So then she was on Watch What Happens Live. And Andy asks her about going to the hospital. And he was like, so, did you or did you not? And she was like, I was just like really overwhelmed in that moment. And I said something that I shouldn't have said. And like, I didn't mean to say that. And he was like, so you didn't go to the hospital, but then you said it on camera that you did go to the hospital. And she was like I said, I was really overwhelmed. And she was like, and then Tamara is just like such an awful person. And she just like, and it's like, oh, well, let's deflect, and like not answer the question. Like, you got caught in a lie. Just own that.
How long was this night? Because the sleepover, they went shopping. Then they went to this whole dinner. Then they went to the Abbey.
Yep.
And they got bottle service. They're drinking. Then they go back and then they're eating pizza. And I'm like, oh, they just had this huge dinner. Like, no shade, but then they have this whole pizza thing. And then I'm just like, how long is this night? And
then they wake up and have breakfast. So it's like, even if like you went until like, let's just say you went until 4 a.m. and now you're eating breakfast again at 8.
Right. And then, it was crazy. And I felt the same way with the other girls.
Yes.
Because they had a long thing and then they went home and then they're in the swimsuits. I will say, I do not like Tamara. Nothing has changed about that. I did think it was very nice that she did the t-shirts with the swimsuits.
Yes.
I thought that was, I really liked that. And I thought it was really fun. And I thought it was thoughtful because Shannon didn't want to be in a swimsuit. And I thought that was a really fun thing to do for all of them. That's like very much their personality. Like her and Shannon specifically always do like quirky things.
Yes.
And I really liked that she did that.
100%.
And like included Shannon and made her feel good because they all had a lot of fun. So I did really like that.
Now in that same breath, then when Gina asks her, like, if you're so concerned about Shannon's drinking and like that she has a problem, why would you ask to go to a bar with her? And for her response to be like, well, that's her love language. Bitch, what?
Literally.
Like, if I think that my friend has a problem, I'm not going to be like, but it's her love language, so let's just do it.
And then Tamara, the first chance she gets, throws Gina under the bus. Oh, well, Gina's worried about you. And I'm glad Gina stood up for herself. She said, well, to be fair, I was telling you I was upset with something you did.
Yep.
Because
women.
But we just need Katie back.
Justice for Katie.
She needs to come back. I'm happy that Jen stood up for Shannon on the last morning. I am happy that Gina is everyone's standing up to Tamara which I like. I don't understand why Tamara has to be so in Shannon's face. Like, she's so fake and so like, yeah. And then like,
it's too
why
much.
doesn't she
You're trying
like it?
Too hard.
Yeah. It's like Shannon is accepting of your invitation. But then you're in the closet with your daughter. Like, I bought her this book on how to not be a miserable cow. It's like, you're just a bitch. So
everything with you comes with an ulterior motive. Like, and that's, I don't.
You always want to have an upper hand so that if someone doesn't accept it, you can be like, oh, well, fuck them. They're a bitch and they're miserable. And it's like, no, just
very much looking forward to her and Gretchen going at it though next week.
I know that's going to be crazy.
Because they both deserve it. Deserve it.
They're both on our shit list. So Salt Lake is back. Very exciting.
Okay. So the girls are back. We're so excited. And they're going on a camping trip. This episode, I could not have identified with Mary more. Like, everything about it. And when Whitney's like, when I think of Mary, like I think of like Dom Perignon and like white glove service and like really nice things. And she's like, not camping. And I'm like, exactly. And Mary's like, this is like legitimately my worst nightmare. She's like, I didn't plan this. I don't know how my name got attached to this, but I did not plan this.
I watched it when I was in Alaska with my friend Kate, and she's seen Salt Lake before, but like, so she knows who the people are, but she doesn't like watch all of the episodes. And there were so many times in the episode where like we both were like, oh my God, I like saying that I'm just like Mary, like when the male strippers came on and she was like, you don't even know me. Like just like stuff like that, like just her facial expressions and like her sarcastic comments. I'm just like, yes, I just love her. And anytime Brittany talks, she's like, when people just like annoy you, like she is one of those people. And I'm like, that is just me, like how Mary speaks. I'm like, oh, yes.
And I was dead when they were like saying like where they're going. And she was like, oh, so we're going to drive right past my house. And Mary's like, maybe we could drop you off. And then God. like in true Mary fashion, the Dusty Rusty combo, when she was like, what's your name? Rusty? And he's like, or Dusty? Gusty will help you. Oh, it was Gusty. Sorry, it was Gusty. Gusty and Dusty. And she was like, yeah, Gusty will know.
Oh my God. And then like at one point when they like swerved off the road and all this stuff fell out of them, it was like,
and I love that Teague was just like,
I know. Okay.
The driver. And then Brittany's so fucking annoying. First of all, when did you and Lisa become best friends? And also, like, you're there as her spokesperson, but where was Meredith was silent. Like, that's supposed to be her best friend. So if you feel the need to say what you said and stand up for Lisa, like, why didn't Meredith?
Right.
Because so it really wasn't that.
It's just not like, that serious.
And here's the thing. Lisa is nasty. Lisa does come for people, and any little thing that Lisa can find out about you, she will use it against you. So it's not that crazy that everyone's like, oh, well, she's saying this about us. Like, shouldn't she be worried about this that's being said about her? Like, fair is fair. Mm-hmm. You want to do it to someone else, then don't be mad when it gets done back to you.
Yeah.
And I really appreciated Bronwyn owning up to the necklace. And I like that she said, I tried to be a cool girl and fit in.
Well, same, but also how could she not own up to it? It was...
Well, she still hadn't been. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the last time we heard about it was the reunion. I mean, the reunion is really when it happened, when she got caught in it. So we haven't seen her since then.
Right. So, but I like, because, well, I mean, we say this to say, there's a lot of people that don't take accountability, even though it's all right there. You know?
Totally.
No matter how long time has gone on.
Yeah.
A.E. Heather with the paparazzi.
Like. Yeah. Yeah. I think, but that, I mean, with the paparazzi, there's not solid proof.
Right.
Even though we know.
I'm just saying, like,
with the necklace, there is
something
proof.
Going.
Yeah. What did you think of Whitney's hair?
I like her in a darker shade, not that.
I think it's
not
horrible.
That ain't the one.
Yeah.
That is not the shade for her.
Yeah. So, and then we learned that Brittany, I don't think we knew that her and Jared got engaged.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it. It was like around Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that they had gone official during that time because they
showed her ring, and then literally a week later they called off the engagement.
Yeah, I feel like I don't remember that. I remember them saying like they were official and then breaking up, but I don't remember them being engaged. But I guess whatever. I mean, but she's like, we're still together. And then Whitney's like, I see him on dates all the time at the gym cafe, and he introduces me to them. And then they kind of like didn't say anything else about that.
Oh, that was thank you. Thank you for bringing that up, because I'm like, why did we change subjects? Like,
right. They're like, okay, now we're going hiking.
Literally, Brittany was like, what? And then they're like, okay, so anyway, I'm like, no.
Right.
Let's talk about this some more.
Yeah. So hopefully we will hear more about that because
But it's going to be a great season per usual. And then did you see what Andy Cohen was asked about Jen Shaw and Monica and what he said about Jen?
no.
So it was like it was like part of like just like the audience asking questions, like either like pre or post Watch What Happens Live.
Mhm.
And so someone had asked like, what about a return of Jen Shaw or Monica? And he said, Jen Shaw will never be on our screen again, or I never want to talk to Jen Shaw again, or like something like that. And I was like, so no return of Jen Shaw. Okay. Which like, what she did was horrible, 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 horrible. I am not excusing it whatsoever. But like, where are we drawing the line? Because like Teresa also went to jail and has come back. So
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so like,
I mean,
again,
their crimes are very different, but I
Right.
think
I'm not campaigning for her to come
Right.
back. And like Karen just went to jail and she's going to be back on Potomac.
right, and I don't think she put people's lives at risk.
And she said some really nasty things.
Right. And like they've had Jax on far too long.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
And again, like I said, not that I'm like, bring Jen back. I love her. She'll be great for TV. I would love to see her on a show post prison,
totally.
but
who knows?
Can't wait. For
but that
season.
just reminded me of something because you brought up Andy. The Howard Stern thing wasn't real. Did we ever circle back to that? It was a prank.
No.
Yeah, it was a prank.
What do you mean?
It was a prank.
What did they say? I didn't see anything about it.
Just I didn't like look into it. I just heard like it was a prank. It's not. Howard Stern is not leaving, and it was just a prank.
Oh, well, that's good. And I like that the guys are having a little fun.
Which like good because it literally made no sense.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Hopefully, what I saw was true.
Wow, how the tables have turned. How the tables have turned.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to start checking Kelly, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Really quickly about the challenge. We, in this week's episode, finally get to understand why points matter. So starting next week, based on your points, you get to pick your partner who you're going to play the rest of the season with. So the next episode is the mini final. So everyone is competing individually. And then you get to pick your partner. So that's why gaining these points, because obviously you want first choice. What I didn't like about this last episode was that Michaela threw the challenge because she was partners with CT and she was still mad about the Lecca thing, which like he did not throw the challenge. Like he repeatedly said it in this week's challenge as well. Like he's got to get out of his mind. He's like got to snap out of it and get it together. Like he did not purposely do this to her. So like, what are you doing throwing a challenge purposely? And no one says anything about that. And she even said it. She was like, normally like if you're going to do something like this, like you have to do it like on the low and like it not be so obvious, but I don't even care. And it's just like, what? And then everyone was screaming like, justice for Lecca, justice for Lecca. And it's like, okay, but she also had the opportunity to win in the elimination and didn't. So like,
right. And how does that bring justice for Lecca? Because CT's still there.
So then he goes down to the elimination, which again, all of these things he knew was going to happen. Like he wasn't like trying to avoid it. Like he was like, it is what it is. Like I get it, you know?
And the thing is, he's a great competitor. He's not afraid to go down.
Exactly.
And that week that he lost, if it was his turn to go to elimination, he would have gladly done it because that's how the game works. And he would have been like, yeah, I got last place. I'm going in. He would have done it. But that's not how it worked.
And so they do, what's it called? It's not Hall Brawl. It's
Home Wrestle.
Yes. And so him and Derek are down in the elimination. And you could just tell how sad CT felt like guilty about sending Derek home, because he even said it. He was like, had it been any other elimination, like Derek probably would have won. He was like, but there's no way you're beating CT in this challenge.
Right, but also, if you want justice for Lekka and you want to get rid of CT, why are we sending Derek against CT? Not that there's many people that could beat CT, but
Theo would have been a good one. Oh, but he couldn't compete.
The other Derek would have been a better choice, which I wouldn't have wanted to see that because I love the other Derek.
Still working with his hairstyle.
Yes. But I'm just like, that's a weird choice. Like,
yeah.
You thought that Derek C was going to beat CT? That's interesting. So now you just got rid of Derek.
Because you always have to, in the back of your mind, be thinking like, oh, it might not be an endurance thing. It might be like head-on thing, especially if it's a guy elimination. Yes.
And honest, the producers want that, especially when it's some like CT.
Right. Right. But I will give it to Derek. He held the fuck on that first round. I was really impressed by him.
He did good.
And then stupid Turbo. Oh, yes, CT. Oh, now you can climb CT. like I hate you. And then in like the commentary and stuff for like when they're talking about like, oh, we're able to pick our partners, all of these people are like, obviously I want Turbo. And I'm like, he hasn't even done well.
I hope CT could send Turbo home in an elimination.
Me too. I would have loved. That's who they should have put down there. Mm-hmm. They should have put down CT and Turbo. Mm-hmm. And Turbo being as,
oh, Turbo, you could send him home.
Right. You should have been volunteering.
Yeah.
Since he shouldn't be there. Since he would have been so easy to beat.
He's so fat and out of shape.
Yeah.
So, anyways, those were the shows for the week. And they were good ones. Mm-hmm. So, we love to talk about all things reality shows and celeb gossip, but at the end of the day, we always love to be learning and growing. So we'll be ending with our questions of the week. Make sure you answer these with us in our comments, either on the episode or in our Instagram comments. What is one thing you're working on?
Stretching. I need to just stretch my body.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm working on reading more. Mm-hmm. What is something you're looking forward to?
I have a very busy work week ahead that I'm excited about.
Nice. I am looking forward to pickleball because I haven't played it all week. So looking forward to getting back to it.
Perfect.
What is one thing that made you feel like an adult?
I worked out at a gym at 8 a.m. this week with a trainer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun.
So like I was at the gym at 8 a.m. Like that makes me feel like an adult.
Nice. I helped take care of kids all week. So definitely was giving.
You saved a child's life.
I sure did. Definitely was giving adult. And what is something you did to contribute to your mental health?
Physically with my own eyes saw Kiyomi kill a cockroach. So
I killed a spider, which I know is not the same as killing a cockroach, but I was kind of like man of the house in that moment. And it was a very big spider. And Kate was like, do you want me to get the vacuum? And I was like, no, it's okay. And I just got it. And it was scary. I spent a lot of time outside. So that was nice. In nature.
In the mud.
In the mud and the moose poop. So that's all for this week. We hope you laughed with us, maybe learned something, and make sure you follow us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Make sure you're subscribed wherever you listen, Spotify, Apple, and all of our info can be found in the description below. Make sure you share us with a friend, rate, review, subscribe, all those things. And we will be back next week. Bye.
Bye.